What's up, family? Welcome back to Meaningful Moments with Jazz. So I'm coming to you with another tutorial for a colorful look using the palette City of Pastel Lights from the Rude Flicks series from the Rude Cosmetics. So what I did is I started off priming my face with the Pore Professional by Benefit, and then I'm going in and filling in my eyebrows using a Wet n Wild pencil in the shade brown. What I'm trying to do is hair-like strokes with that. Now this does give a much bolder look than like a thinner tip brush, but then I go in with my eyebrow brush that has an angled part at the end, an angle brush at the end of it, and I do try to create hair-like strokes in the front of my eyebrows. So then I went ahead and I outlined that with the Revolution Conceal and Define in C12, and I set my lids with the NYX Jumbo in Milk. So what I go in first is I go in with a yellow color, the Yellowed Abbey, and I'm going to pat that in, and I'm going to layer it up to get the color payoff that I am looking for. And I used a dense brush to do so. Listen, you got to get a little worship in while you do your therapy. Amen. But listen, this color, she came to worship. She is giving me good payoff. So then I go in, I do another layer on that because I do want a pretty bright payoff, even though these are pastels. So my next transition color will be the Blushing Bad, which is a coral-like color, so it's a pinkish orange color, and I tap and blend with windshield wiper motions on that, and we're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to get that blended in. But I don't want to make sure I go up too far because I still want that yellow to peek through at the top. So I'm going to do like algebra. What you do to one eye, you do to the other. And I'm making sure I have that all blended out. So the next color that I'm going in with is the Miami Spice. It is a soft purple lilac color. And I had to find a couple of different brushes. I went through a couple different brushes to see if I can get the color payoff. That first one is more like a blending brush, and I should have known better. So what you want to do when you are building colors, you want to stick with brushes that are dense, that have a lot of hairs packed in tightly together to be able to pick up and pat that color on the way that you want to do that. And that's exactly what I did. I got it, I patted it on it, and then blended it with windshield wiper motions. And like algebra, what you do to one eye, you do to the other. And it really does take a lot of blending to get that smooth transition that you are looking for. And sorry, there's sometimes I get too close because my mirror is under my camera. And so I'm looking for, stuff or trying to get closer. So now what I'm doing is I take a makeup remover wipe and I clean off my lids and let them dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and set them with the NYX White Pot. I did one eye off camera. So what I'm doing now here is I'm using that NYX White Primer, Base Shadow Primer. And I'm doing it on my eyelid over the shape of it. It's not exactly going to be like an actual cut crease. It's just the shape of my lid. Cut crease is not really my thing. They're never super sharp, so I just follow the shape of my lid. And I'm trying to get that to be as evenly distributed on there as possible so I can get a consistent color payoff as I'm adding the multiple different colors to my lid. The first color that I'm going to start with, I'm going in with the Rosier Things, and I'm going to start in the literal center of my eyelid, and I'm going to tap that on with a fine detail brush that is dense and bristles. I'm pretty sure that it is a synthetic brush. I got it in one of my boxy charms. They are called the Lavish brushes. And then I go in with a different brush that I got from a set off of Amazon. It's more detailed brush. It actually looks like a lipstick brush, but it worked. It served the purpose because it allowed me to control how much eyeshadow was getting on there. So yeah, so then I'd switch to the other brush to be able to get a little more payoff because that wasn't getting me as much color that I wanted. So yeah, I'm putting that orange now around the pink, almost like a tie-dye effect, tie-dye rainbow effect, making sure that it gets close enough, but not too close to bleed out the color. So now I'm going in with this turquoise like color. It's called Game of Teals, so I guess it's a teal color. And I'm putting that in the inner and outer quarter of my eye. And I'm tapping that in, making sure to keep it inside and on the white part only. So then, like on my first eye, I was able to use a detailed thin brush, like the brush that I'm using again from this Lavish set. And I went in with the Big Little Skies. It's that lighter sky blue kind of color. And it was able to give me the line that I wanted. But on my left eye, my lid is shaped differently than my right lid, so it doesn't necessarily give me the look that I'm looking for. And if you see, I look kind of disappointed at that. And if you look closely, you can see that it is not really straight like it is on my right eye. So I'm still trying. I'm still going at it. You know, nothing beats a failure except to try. That's what Miss Wesley told me. She was my mentor in college. God rest her soul. So I'm trying to darken that up for that to be kind of like a, a distinctive look on my eye. So now I'm going in again and putting some more of that teal on there because I want that color to pop. And the next color I'm going in with is the green. The green is called Lime of Duty. That's cute. Lime of Duty. This palette is like a city movie kind of theme to it. It actually reminds you of Netflix, but it says Rude Flicks, a Rude Flicks original series now streaming. Yeah, so it's kind of like a spin-off version of makeup of Netflix. So anyway, I go in with that lime of green, or is it the green? Maybe it's the green wife. I think it's actually the green wife. Sorry about that. It is the green wife. I go in with that, and then I go back in to make that pink pop some more because I felt like it was being lost in translation. And that's what I do with all of the other colors. I just go back in and make sure that you can see those colors being distinctive and that they are popping as much as possible. So listen, your girl gives it the good old college try, trying to make that line straighter, and clearly I am not satisfied with that. So I'm brainstorming now, and what I decide to do is I'm going to go in with a liquid metallic blue eyeliner on that. So I'll just go back in to make that purple that is in the crease pop just a little more. So I'll go back in with the combination of the Miami Spice and the Lilac Files purple colors in this palette. And so far, girl, it's looking good, girl. It is looking good. I like it. Go, girl. So now I'm contemplating on what to do, and I just told y'all what I was going to do. So I said I was going to go do my face, but what I'm doing now is I'm actually applying that blue liquid eyeliner to the crease of my eye, just to give it, a little boost to outline the lid color and to create a distinction between the two. The eye that I have more ease with doing things is always my right eye. I think my left eye sight-wise is stronger, so I'm able to do that eye better in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I did. I put that in there. I like it. It gives it a different look. And I am using the Tarte Big Ego Mascara. Nope, I'm not. I take that back. I'm using the Thrive Causation, my favorite one. I love it so much. I've been meaning to order some more. So Thrive, if y'all want to give me some, I am welcome to taking that. I love this. I live for this mascara. It is amazing. I think it's like the best mascara I have ever used in my life. I absolutely love it. It's good for my curly eyes, lashes. So, yeah, I just really enjoy doing makeup. It brings me so much pleasure and so much joy. It is something that is therapeutic and it's actually extremely regulating. So, if some of you who are going through right now during this COVID-19 quarantine and you need to find something to do that is regulating, that helps you to process without really thinking and get your mind off of things, makeup is something like that because you have very distinctive repetitive motions that you do. Super regulating, super therapeutic. If that's your zhuzh, if that's your thing, I would recommend, you trying. If you ever wanted to get into makeup, now is a great time to do so. I love it. I love this look that I created. It is absolutely beautiful. Listen, let me tell you something. These colors, they praise the Lord. They do. They praise the Lord. They came to do their job. They said, we are going to do what we were created to do. You hear me? So I just go back in on the under my brow and that yellow, just on the ends to make that yellow pop a little more because I want every color to be seen in this look. It's kind of a tie-dye look, and I think it goes with my shirt. So I use the Too Faced Born This Way in Butter Pecan, and I'm using a brush from BH Cosmetic. It's a foundation brush to go ahead and put another layer of that makeup on, and I'm using my Morphe brush to buff that out. I just cannot really get into sponges to blend out. Those are not really my thing. I love brushes. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to conceal with the True Blend. I believe that is in the caramel color. I love that. But the only thing that I don't like about this concealer is that it dries down quickly, which makes it kind of drying under your eyes, and it pulls moisture out from under your eyes. So it has the real quick, fast propensity to make your under eyes look super wrinkly and aged. So you want to try to get it blended in. Like, it's like a special timing, because if you touch it too soon, then it's going to move. But if you wait too late, it's going to be hard to blend it out, and it's going to go in your creases. And that's the problem. And I put that eraser concealer over top of that in Caramel 144, and I'm using my Real Techniques brush to blend that out under. You want to try with soft patting motions. Sometimes I do it too hard and it moves the product, so you want to make sure that you do it as softly as possible to blend out those edges there. But it looks like it is blending beautifully. And you just blend, and be careful that you don't do it too fast, because you don't want to mix up that hard work that you just did. Listen, I'm worshiping and thinking my face looks real good, honey. I get excited. So then I just highlight the bridge of my nose and my forehead with that Maybelline concealer again, and the top of my lip, under my lip, and on my smile lines. I like to highlight those places. Two things I love, makeup and worship. I love Jesus. I really, really do. I really, really do. So again, just going in and blending this out. Blend, blend, blend. The name of the game is to blend. You want to blend things out. You never want to look like you have 10,000 different colors on your face. You want them to be seamlessly blended one into the other, especially on your face. Your eyes is one thing, you practice with the blending, but on your face, you need to make sure that you blend it out, because you want to have a smooth, cohesive, natural looking look. So now I'm going to go in and set all of this. I set my whole face with the Sacha Buttercup in Buttercup color, and I tap that under my eye. I don't necessarily bake. What I put on is what I put on. I don't take it off. I don't really brush it off. I blend it in, but I set that powder under my eyes first, because I don't want my concealer to crease any more than what it may crease. And I look up when I'm applying both my concealer and the powder, because I want to limit the amount of creases, because we all have creases under our eyes. That's just how we were created, and makeup can get in those creases, but then they make you look old, and that is not the look that you want. So now I'm just blending out that Sacha Buttercup all over my face. because I love the finish that it gives. It gives such a smooth, photo-ready finish. And don't forget your chin. Make sure that you are taking your makeup under your chin and your neck so you have a seamless blend, honey. So I'm going back in and I'm going to do under my eye. And I'm going to use some of the same colors that I used in the eye look under my eye. So I'm first going in with that lilac of files. Yeah, the lilac files. I'm going in and I am using that actually under my whole eye. I like the look that it gives. It's so cute and subtle and soft, but it finishes the look. And I gotta be careful, honey. Those powders be flying up and getting to my big old eyes, and it does not feel good. And my eyes do have, you know, the propensity to water when things get in them. So I have to be really careful not to mess up my whole entire look, all the hard work that I've just done. So then I'm going to go on those lower lashes and use that Thrive. And I'm using, you know, to do it. Listen, worship is what I do. I can't really sing now. It look like I can, don't it? So I'm going in with the contour, with the Ruby Kisses. And then I went in the palette and I used the pink and oranges to as my blush. And you can always do that. You can always go back in your palette to bring that all together to do your blush. And I went in the Mood palette to get that white iridescent highlighter to put in the corner of my eyes, because it's like it's white, but it has like purple iridescent colors to it. I love that highlight. Look at that. Go on, girl. You cute, girl. Go ahead now. And, you know, make sure when you're doing your contour and your blush that you are blending, 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 blending. So it looks like, you know, your natural blends in your face. I love it. Then I'm going to set it with the